and we'd never really been produced before until this album.
First single of this new album is Tokyo. What do you have with Tokyo?
I don't know really. It was kind of it was written early on this year, and I guess there was element of frustration going on with the album, and I guess that song's kind of about Let's Dance the Joy Division, or you know, I'm sick of dancing with the beast line definitely is, and it was just, yeah, thinking about when we first started, kind of the excitement of when we all first started, when it first started going. And
what was exactly that frustration about the new album that you felt back then?
I just wanted to be back on the road. I think we all wanted to be back in a live context, because that's where we feel most at home. We're definitely not a studio band. Live is what we thrive on, and probably always will. I guess that was it. You just when you're doing so many gigs, you receive so much attention, so much adoration. When that stops, it can be a fairly interesting hurdle to get over.
Did you feel emptiness, or how can we see that?
No, not emptiness, just confusion really. Because we toured so hard when it stopped, we didn't know what the hell do we do tonight. Just sit at home, and we're trying to adapt back into a normal life. And I don't know, I definitely felt like I struggled with it. I'm sure the other guys did in their own way, and I guess that song is about that.
Yeah, and how did the recordings went of this new album? Because you said there was frustration about this new album, that you couldn't tour, you couldn't perform live.
Yeah.
How can we see the recordings of this album? In LA it was, I guess?
Yeah, we spent kind of 2.5 months in LA. What's the question? Sorry, how was that?
How did the recordings went? Was there frustration in the recording sessions as well, or was it different?
Certain songs, there were definitely a couple of tricky things to get around, and we started recording one song, but it was evident it wasn't entirely kind of finished yet, but yeah, so that's frustrating. That's quite difficult. But it's your second album. Things aren't gonna be easy. And as long as you accept that, and it's all right. And obviously we hadn't toured the songs, so we didn't know. We didn't have clear visions of what we wanted it to sound like. And we had visions, but we didn't know. Like our first album was like, oh, we want it to do that there, this, that there. Let's try that there. Whereas this time it was kind of us collaborating with a producer more, and talking about what direction we want to try and go down with the songs.
Because the first album was almost entirely recorded live, and how can we hear that difference in recording live and almost live and with a producer?
Well, essentially we kind of co-produced our first album, and it's essentially a punk album. And this one, with the addition of synthesizers and the kind of way the songs work, it was inevitably going to be a different process. And we'd never really been produced before until this album. We'd always work, we'd always kind of have our own ideas, whereas sometimes on this album producers would change things or beat us up a little bit, so it was quite difficult to get your head around. But the recordings still sound like us. It actually sounds like a bigger, better version of us. And I mean, in terms of like the landscape of the sound, there's so much going on.
So you're happy with the final result?
Yeah.
Okay. In the song Tokyo, you also sang "Demons of my past, leave me at peace." Where is that about?
I guess it's about escapism, or I guess. Hang on. to get a good answer for this one. I guess on this kind of when we did go to Tokyo or whatever, it was kind of, it was so exciting and fresh to be in a new place, and I guess it was just trying to want to get back into that kind of moment, or that state of jubilation or whatever. But then also at the same time, I kind of think that song's just about Let's Dance to Joy Division and the success of it, and wanting, having that kind of cloud looming over, although it probably wasn't that successful, but it felt bloody successful to us, and having that cloud looming over and the kind of the pressure of trying to beat that. So I guess that's the demon.